are you? It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It's great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. And by the way, this is our second broadcast live with Restream. We're very happy to have moved on with them. Been some slight differences, but really starting to enjoy their platform and uh, many episodes on our podcast and many years using their system. So really great to be with you guys. We're changing our format up a little bit because we're going to be repurposing our clips into short videos so that you can see them if you can't watch the whole show. And we decided that we're no longer going to put headings on the show because they were just getting in the way. So that's why we're going to stop doing that. And we do convert to a podcast, you guys know, in 24 hours. So welcome. I do want to thank you for being with me, whether you're here at 10, 11 p.m., 10, 11 a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m. Doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being with me on Inspirations for Your Life. At the top left, you will notice there's a QR code. You can also notice my hat, which says believemeachieve.com, or you can scan the QR code later on and you can go over visit believemeachieve.com for my latest amazing creations to inspire and change and improve your life. All right, guys. So I want to thank you for being here. So we're talking about the whole concept of something which I think is pretty remarkable, something that maybe you might have not been familiar with, but something that I think a lot of people have wrestled with before, and that is the concept of the breaking. And we talked about the breaking. We talked about breaking. The breaking is beautiful. If you remember, we talked about that. That's kind of where our that's where our show actually started. Earlier in the week, which was last Saturday. And so great to be with you guys here. And we have a few more days left. But I want to talk to you about this, and I want to talk to you about what tonight's topic is about. Okay. So tonight's topic is about the wisdom in falling apart. Whenever we think about things and when something falls apart, like, oh my gosh, it's falling apart, like it's time to get something new. Well, when things fall apart, yes, it might be time to get something new, but sometimes you can fix them and sometimes you can make them even better than when they first were. So when we hear the word falling apart, it's like, oh, gee, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to go down that road, right? But there's a lot of truth and a lot of good things in falling apart, all right, which is what we're going to learn. The breaking of life is beautiful. So the first thing I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is the acceptance. Accept non-permanence and change. So embrace the fluid nature of life and find peace in your life because it's inevitable that changes will exist in your life every single day. All right. That's something I think that a lot of you may not understand. But as you start to grow more, you'll be like, oh, I actually get this. I understand, like, what's going on or why this is going a certain way. So I think that's, really important to think about and accept non-permanence, that things are not always permanent, right? And so embrace the fluid nature of life and the peace and the tranquility of changes. And when you embrace the concept that change is inevitable, and you let it flow, it's going to be a lot easier in your life. All right. So, going on with this theme about the wisdom in falling apart, relax into groundlessness. Learn to find stability within yourself, and even when external circumstances feel unstable. Take myself. Just the other day, I had the carpet pulled from with under me, and I didn't have a streaming platform because the one that I was using, I wasn't able to use while I was traveling, and I had to use another party software, record it, and then I had to bounce it back to my office, and it was just a mess. But I was able to get through it and just not panic and know that I would find a good solution. And I have to tell you, I have been very pleased with Restream, only using them 2 days now, but very happy with a lot of things that they do. And so it's just great to be here as a paid commercial business subscriber with them. So thinking about relaxing, right? And relaxing into groundlessness, finding stability. Again, like I said, even when the external circumstances feel like, there's no way to balance, it's like impossible. There is a way to balance. That's what I want to tell you. There absolutely is a way to balance. So suffering is normal. All right. Suffering is normal. And it's okay to understand that suffering is a universal experience and doesn't signify that something is wrong. It's just a moment of time you're going in, right? If it's going to rain, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The sun will come out. I can promise you, the sun will come out after the rain or after that very, very big storm. So, suffering is not something you should have a pity party over. It's not something you should be saying, oh, woe is me, right? Suffering is about understanding what's happened, learning from the lesson, moving on, and not doing that all over again. I think that's a really big part of suffering. A lot of people just notice it for the pain. They're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I have no ideas. Just realize that you can do a lot when you understand that suffering is not a punishment. Suffering is a way for you to learn how to become a better version of yourself. And so, you are fundamentally alone. Recognizing, solitude as a source of personal strength and as self-discovery, rather than a problem, I feel will drive us to new heights, new inspiration, and give us new pathways that we didn't think even existed in our lives. Because, we always look at what people show us, which sometimes, the glass is half empty, when really the glass is half full. Okay. So I think those are things that a lot of people don't quite get, but it's important to, understand that. All right. Very, very important to understand. It's how we look at things, and the way we look at things makes them change. Dr. Dwayne Dyer, a very long time ago, um, basically said that, rest his soul, he was an amazing man. He learned from Patanjali's, his mentor, and his mentor said to him that, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. I mean, I think that is like amazing, right? So recognizing that this is more of a challenge, and from challenges we become stronger and better people. So just like being alone, and also understanding what self-discovery is, and seeing self-discovery as something that's fun, something that's creative, something that's going to help propel us forward, is a way that will help us become better rather than saying, oh, I'm always all alone. Expose yourself to annihilation. Face your deepest fears and vulnerabilities to build lasting resilience. So, what does that mean? Expose yourself to destruction, right? Break everything down. Because you know what? When things are broken down, they have to be rebuilt. And when they're rebuilt, they're usually rebuilt much better than when they're originally put together. So I think that's something that a lot of people don't quite understand, is that exposing yourself to annihilation is good. Facing those deepest fears, right? Embracing vulnerabilities, and then rebuilding lasting resilience. That is so very powerful, ladies and gentlemen. And having fearlessness, compassion for yourself, very important. Practice kindness, empathy towards yourself. Why something works a certain way. Uh, that is really a big, big thing. And a lot of people don't really understand, like, what that means. So when we think about, having fearless compassion for yourself and others, practicing kindness and empathy towards yourself and those around you, even in difficult times, is very, very important. All right. So, the next thing I want to talk about is opening yourself to thoughts of emotion, allowing yourself to fully experience the process of emotion. And instead of shutting them out, embrace what emotion truly is, right? When we think about emotion, I think a lot of times our minds run a little crazy. And so I think this is something that a lot of people don't quite understand, but it's something that I believe needs to be embraced. It needs to be embraced every single day. And so when we think about embracing, when we think about life, when we think about, passion, uh, I think that is just like an amazing, amazing thing, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's so very amazing. But sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to tell you that it might seem daunting because you feel challenges. You don't know, where to go next, right? What to say next, what to do next. And so when you embrace the spirit, I want to share with you it's important to relax and lighten up. Permit yourself to take a break and enjoy life's simple pleasures amidst the chaos. Everybody says, "Oh, I got this to do, I got that to do." Would it be nice just to just take it easy and do nothing? When you go on vacation, you take it easy and do nothing. What's to say you can't do that in your everyday life? Like, stop the hustle and bustle. Stop the train, stop the plane. Like, enjoy life. Smell the flowers, smell the roses, right? Take a deep breath. Very nice. Take another one. Another one. And it feels so amazing, doesn't it? It feels great when we choose to embrace who we are in life. That's something, ladies and gentlemen, I feel that a lot of people don't really understand. And the reason they don't understand it is because they become so fearful about what's going on. They become very fearful, ladies and gentlemen, about what is going on. And if somebody is fearful, then it's like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do? How do I do something? Right. And I think that could be a challenge for a lot of people, right? A lot of people don't really understand that your life has a big potential. I mean, a huge potential in life, a very huge potential. But when we're so caught up with the, oh my gosh, what if I did this? What if I did that? Then things get a little bit crazy for you, right? They get a little bit nuts. And so when I say they get a little bit nuts, it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do something. And so that can be a very, very big problem, right? A big problem because if we don't understand what's happening, if we don't know why something is working a certain way, then it's going to cause us to be harder on ourselves. Let me say that again. It's going to cause us to be harder on ourselves. And that might sound like something that is so like out of whack. The truth of the matter is, it's not. It's something that really will make a huge difference in your life. But like I said, this is not something that you're just going to learn in 5 seconds. This is something that you're going to have to embrace. Be something that you're going to have to go with the flow on, right? You're going to have to go with the flow on it. And when you go with the flow, I feel a lot of people will now start to realize that you're in the moment. So you're in the moment. And when you're in the moment, it's like this amazing potential, right? Amazing, amazing potential. And by an amazing potential, I mean that we as people, okay, don't always get the reasons, right? We don't always understand the reasons. But I'm here to tell you that when you embrace the spirit, when you embrace the concept of life, things change, things open up, just like Patanjali said, just like Dr. Dwayne Dyer said. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. That's pretty remarkable. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always such a privilege and a pleasure to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. I do hope that you will check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations that will empower and improve the quality of your life and the people that you love and care about so much. I thank you so much for joining me tonight. We talked about the wisdom in falling apart. That was our show title, in case you guys missed it and tuned in late. The Wisdom in Falling Apart, Series 3, Show 38, Episode number 5. And we are putting that under the caveat of the main topic for the week, which is uh, breaking is beautiful, right? And so I think a lot of people get drawn out because they don't know what to say. So I just want to end with this point, and that is relax, 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 lighten up. Permit yourself to take a break and enjoy life's simple pleasures amidst the chaos in life. That's something that I hope all of you will definitely choose to do in life, and hopefully something that will empower you to become amazing people. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been great to be with you here tonight. And I hope that you'll choose to make my nuggets and words of wisdom part of your everyday life so that you can understand that falling apart is okay, because putting it back together will be stronger and better than you ever imagined. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your night, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, everyone. Be well.